Stalker 2 is out for almost 2 months now, and the modding scene slowly but surely is getting in motion. At the beginning there were quite a lot of issues with the game's overall performance and bugs, but the developers were pretty fast with releasing a bunch of large patches to fix a majority of these issues. Nevertheless, the game's technical state still is very unoptimized and unbalanced, even on the most powerful hardware there is right now. Fortunately, there are a lot of talented modders that can get to the bottom of this matter and try to balance and optimize the current state of this game. This video will be about mods I currently use that improve and optimize the game's performance and quality, as well as some quality of life changes. I also will show you a quick and easy demonstration of each and every mod, so this will be a beginner's guide on modding Stalker 2 as well. These mods will work for the game version 1.1.3, so these mods might be redundant or not compatible with future versions, so keep that in mind. If this is the first video you see of me, my name is thatMPSG and I usually make content about Fallout 4 modding. So if you're interested in that, I'd be glad if you check out my other videos. Thank you for tuning in, and let's start with today's episode of modding Stalker 2. Stalker 2 in its current state runs like dog shit. In general, low frame rates and stutters, especially in crowded areas and buildings with many NPCs. Enabling frame generation and upscaling improves visual fluidity a lot, but comes with an increased latency, which means the game feels even more spongy and unresponsive. To address that, there are a bunch of optimization mods out there that claim to improve all of these things by a certain amount, while keeping the same visual quality. These mods basically work more or less the same, but the effectiveness can vary depending on your system, so you'd have to try for yourself. First, I got Ultimate Engine Tweaks. This one tries to improve performance and stability, remove stuttering, decrease input latency, and improve picture clarity with tweaking some parameters in the engine.ini file. To do so, download the file manually on Nexus Mods. I linked everything from this video in the description below. Then locate the config folder of your game. An easy way to do so is by pressing the Windows key and R. Type in %local appdata% and confirm. Then search for Stalker 2, saved, config, Windows, and there you'll find an engine file. Take the custom engine file you downloaded from Nexus and replace it with the existing one in your game folder. Now it's necessary to open this file and look for every line that contains additional information at the end. If you have to delete or change some lines, is dependent on your own hardware. Go through those entries, make some additional changes if necessary, save it, and set the file to read only. The second one is currently the most popular mod on the Nexus for Stalker 2 and promises similar effectiveness as the other one. Optimized tweaks, rather than tweaking the game's engine file, comes in the typical mod file for Stalker 2 called pack. To install this, first download the optimized tweak space manually. If you're using an old or weak GPU, you also can use the boost version, but this will decrease visual quality. Now you have to find your game's local files. An easy way to open them is via Steam. Go to Stalker 2 in your game's library, go to Manage, and then click Browse Local Files. From there, follow the path Stalker 2, Content, Packs, and there you have to create a new folder called Mods. This is where you have to install all mods that come in a pack file. So just copy the optimized tweaks pack file you just downloaded into it. But keep in mind you can only use one optimization mod at a time. So try out which one works the best for you and decide. Even though both of these performance mods use different types of files, they are not compatible with each other. Also make sure, and I recommend that for every mod for every game in general, to always read the information given on the mod page to avoid incompatibilities or bugs. If you're using a high-end gaming rig or you're just crazy, there's even the option to increase visual quality beyond ultra settings with the next mod, but I can guarantee it will decrease performance noticeable. Shaun's Stalker 2 Ultra Quality Config. improves sharpness and quality of reflections, shadows, and increases LODs. It functions same as ultimate engine tweaks through a custom engine file, so these mods won't be compatible with each other, but it is compatible with optimized tweaks, cause this comes in a pack file. Now, with hopefully improved performance, let's address another very unpleasant part of Stalker 2. The very unresponsive and spongy feeling of mouse input because of the mouse acceleration and smoothing. There's no guaranteed way to really disable it completely, but there are some different methods that work quite well. First is by editing the input file that you can find in the same folder as the engine file. Open it and add these lines, you can find them in the video description. Then save. I'm also using a mod called Equalized Aim Sensitivity X-Y, which tries to equalize horizontal and vertical mouse sensitivity, which isn't in the vanilla game. Aiming left to right feels faster than aiming up and down. To install this mod, just drag the pack file into your mods folder. For some reason, the developers didn't include flashlight shadows, which is quite sad and not immersive. But flashlight cast shadows brings it back to the game. For this mod, another base mod is required to work properly, called UE4SS. Download it manually, then locate your game files again, go to Stalker 2, binaries, Windows 64, and in this folder where you can find the Stalker 2 exe, you have to drop both contents, the UE4SS folder and the DLL file. Now open the UE4SS folder, then mods, and keep it open. Download the Flashlight Cast Shadows mod manually if you haven't already and drop this folder into it. That's it. Those were mods that improved the game in a rather technical way. Now I will show you some of my favorite quality of life mods at a quicker pace. All of these mods are pack files, so install them just like I showed you before in other examples. Skip intros. Skips several screens at the startup and reduces its time. I recommend going for the safe variant. Grok's Modular Mutant Health lets you change the health pool of every single mutant in the game. There are 20, 40, 60 and 80% options for every mutant enemy. So decide which ones you like and drag them into your mods folder. You can only use one pack file for each mutant. If you want a quick and easy way, you can just take all files from the balanced section. To make fighting mutants more rewarding and give it a purpose, Mutant Loot adds unique items to the game you can loot from killing them, which you can sell to traders. Reasonable Weapon Degradation by VAXIS reduces weapon wear and tear to about 50% so they don't keep constantly breaking and jamming. Speaking of broken weapons, even though the Stalker developers reduced the repair cost at technicians to some degree, it still might be too expensive. So if you think that's the case, you can modify the percentage with reduced repair cost by yourself. There is a 80%, 60, 50, 40, 20 and a free variant. There's also a variant for friendly factions only, but keep in mind only use one pack file. Technicians Rework adds the feature of trading with technicians. You are also able to sell guns in any condition and you can buy new weapon attachments, flash drives with information about upgrades as well as weapon repair kits. These repair kits are from another mod called Repair Kit Bundle, which features different kinds of new items that repair weapons and armor on the go. The percentage of repair depends on the type of kit. Always maxing out your weight limit, even though you're trying your best at managing your inventory. No or reduced weight for ammo, nades, meds and food reduces the percentage of these items to 50, 10 or 0. Descriptive Consumables and Descriptive Ammo Boxes increases visibility and readability of consumable items and ammunition in your inventory. Ledge Grabbing by Kennymylenny gives Skiff the ability to climb higher edges than in vanilla. This mod comes in 3 different height variants your character can reach. It makes moving a little more agile, but keep in mind depending on the variant you're using, it might be unrealistic or too easy to reach certain spots, but this is completely up to you. If you think the anomaly detector beeping sound is quite annoying, Axxii's Anomaly Beep Disabler is the mod for you. There are 3 variants. One reduces the radius in which the detector starts beeping to 1 meter, the other one to half a meter, and the third one removes it completely. The last 3 quality of life mods in today's video will improve or change enemies' behavior. Grok's Less Grenades Thrown reduces NPC's probability to throw grenades and increases the delay between grenades thrown. This mod comes with 2 pack files in different degree of reduction, so only choose one. McLean's Better Gunfights reduces enemies shooting precision at medium and long ranges, so you don't get hit by an aimbot, which makes gunfights a lot more enjoyable and realistic. Axxii's Stealth mod improves stealth mechanics of the game, so enemies have a harder time spotting you depending on different weather conditions, player movement and position. And that's it with today's mod list. If you have any questions or notations, comment down below. I usually make content about Fallout 4 modding, so if you're interested in that, feel free to check out my channel. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you want to support my channel, and as always, thank you very much for watching and until next time.